Okay, so we are in London. So, okay, the situation is, here is the situation.
What's the situation?
The situation is that, okay, so there's a Japanese artist who does these really nice infinity rooms, and we saw pictures of it and we're like, oh my god, let's go. But it got sold out like this. The first round of tickets got sold out. This was for ages ago. And bearing in mind, we bought these tickets last year, so they had a second release, and we were just like, okay, let's go, why not, let's go. And let's book it for like when we've actually moved into our house. So why not? We didn't actually realize how busy we're gonna be with our house, and we're actually so busy, but we bought these tickets ages ago, last year. So we're here right now to see it. And tell me why. Tell me why we got tickets for 10 a.m. right at the very beginning. I don't know. We're crazy, we're stupid, but honestly, we're just tired. So we woke up so early to get here. And yeah, but anyways, it looks nice. Feels like it's gonna be a good time. And you know what? Let's go. Okay, so an Audi just opened in our area today, actually. We didn't mean to go on opening day. We just kind of found out today that was like, oh, Audi just opened right next to us. So we just like, okay, let's just check it out. We're out anyway. Never have I ever spent £70 in not Asda. Did I say Asda before? In Audi, never have I ever. And we just ended up buying just like a bunch of home stuff as well. I think that's probably why, because we have been looking for this is heavy, a cast iron casserole dish. Well, we just been looking for like an affordable one that looks nice. We found a few, but just like the colors weren't it, and it just never suited what we wanted. And then we got like this olive color. £70 in Aldi. Mainly because we got the cast iron casserole dish. We got this bamboo steamer. We have been looking out for a bamboo steamer. Well, a steamer kind of in general. We steam a lot of stuff, and we've just been looking around for one. We've seen some and they're quite expensive, and we saw this and it was actually the last one there, so we didn't know the price because it was just randomly put with like the kind of like home stuff, so we just thought I'd just get it anyways. And Aldi, it'd be like cheap. It's only £4.99 actually. The ones that we were looking at over £10, so we're like, oh, that's cheap. But this is smaller. That'll be nice for when we steam stuff. But it's got some screws, coriander. We also got a whisk. We actually bought a whisk in the past from HomeSense, and it literally broke on the first day. So we just got another one. This one's actually really cheap. It was only like 75p. And we also got this, which we don't actually need, but we thought it kind of matches. So we got a dough scraper. Square drawer organizers. I'm just gonna use this for my drawer upstairs in my room. And then we've got this. Wow. This is heavy. So we have a cast iron casserole dish. I am probably not going to be using this. I feel like this is too heavy for me and I'm too accident prone to use something like this. This kind of stuff is not for me. I just like to pick out the color. Before we looked at different places because we just didn't want like a really expensive one. These can go for quite expensive, and we saw other ones that it was just like bright red, bright blue, all those really bright and bold colors, and we kind of just wanted like a soft neutral color one. Well, for me personally anyway. Got this! Also, to update on the plants, like I said it was probably in a vlog before, but we bought like a bunch of plants from IKEA because they were 3 for 2. Me, someone who doesn't really get real plants a lot because I cannot look after them. However, we've left our lemon tree inside because it's just been cold. English weather, we're not letting this lemon tree outside until it's actually summertime because, you know, it's very off and on, like, you know, snowing the other day. Update on the lemon tree though, it has grown so tall. Like, there's a little sprout and it's like high. Bearing in mind, it has been around these bay windows and I guess it's kind of acting like a mini greenhouse, but this is my most successful plant that I have actually, you know what, Baz has been looking after. So I'm excited to see how many lemons we can get out of this tree. I think we could have looked after this a little bit better. A lot of the flowers kind of just like fell off when I was hoovering. But this one is just being maintained. It's been the same. Baz actually picked one of the plants off, I mean one of the fruits off. It was nice in a drink. It's very sour. It's pretty much a mix. The taste is a mix between like an orange and a lemon. It's just a really sour taste. Nice in drinks by itself. Oh, yeah, not really. And as you saw in a prior video, we bought hydrangeas. They dead now. So we kind of killed them overnight. We accidentally left them outside. So we've been leaving them outside and they've been fine. They've been nice, bright and blue up until one day. Kind of left it out overnight and it was -5 degrees, and overnight it literally just dried up and died. So a little update for the living area. It is still empty. Honestly, it's gonna be like this, maybe just with a little bit more boxes and stuff up until the summer because we are just waiting for a lot of things. And in terms of the living room stuff is not gonna come till June. So this place is just gonna be a room of just kind of like storing boxes. We still have our bed in here. We have not built our bed yet. We've got our bed for like, I think we've had this bed in these boxes for like a month, but we're waiting on our wardrobes, and we know the process for our room is going to be you gotta build the wardrobe first before you build the bed because you're gonna have no room. And as for everything else in this house, it's been the exact same. Even our dining chairs, we've had a delay in our dining chairs. They told us it will take 4 to 6 weeks. It has been 8 weeks. Welcome to my wardrobe. So essentially, I just got ready. Baz and I were gonna head over to my mum. So my mum invited us yesterday. She was like, do you wanna come over? My grandma's making a ton of food. Basically, come over for food. I just need to choose what clothes I'm going to wear. So welcome to my wardrobe. I don't have a wardrobe yet, so I've just put my clothes in these boxes. Before these boxes, they were literally just in bags. At least they're somewhat organized to an extent. Basically, as I was saying, I feel like I'm a bit all over the place. I'm kind of in a rush because like we're running a little bit late. Baz has just got done cutting the grass. I'm kind of waiting for him so I can chill. I don't know why I'm rushing. The thing is, I don't know what to wear because I want to wear something baggy because like if we're eating, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be like, I feel fat. I want to wear a jumper, but I'm like, is it too hot for a jumper? And like, I really don't know. I don't know. Ignore the mess, but there is a ton of leftovers. It doesn't look like a lot in the distance, but it is a lot. So that's just half. I took half, my brother took half of the food that was just left over from yesterday, and it's a lot. So for lunch today is going to be leftovers. Good morning. Today is a Sunday and I am having soup for breakfast. So it's literally just Baz and I in this house, but we have a fridge full of just things we need to eat. I want to eat it all before it just kind of like expires, hence like I'm trying to put soup with all like the stuff that's gonna go off soon. So essentially last Tuesday, it was the 5th of April, and that is known as like the tomb sweeping day. I don't know if it's like Chinese culture or just like East Asian culture in general, but it's a day where you kind of like appreciate and kind of just like show respect to like your ancestors and stuff. So last Tuesday I just went to my granddad's grave and I went with like my family and stuff like that. I actually have not been in years, and essentially you just lay out like a load of food and then you burn some incense sticks and you burn some like money and you burn some papers and just all sorts of stuff just going on. Essentially there was just a lot of food there, and then my mom actually gave me a lot of the food that was there, so we just have loads of food in the fridge from that day that we've just been trying to eat up since. But not only that, so we have all the food from that Tuesday, and then on top of that we already had pretty much like a fridge full of stuff that we needed to eat, so we just have like double the amount, and so soup of leftovers for breakfast. And then on top of that, we never usually go on the actual day because my parents' day off is on a Tuesday and it just so happened to fall on a Tuesday this year. So we never actually go on the actual day, but we went on the actual day this year. And so my dad's brothers were there at the same time as we went, and they just gave us a load of vegetables that they've homegrown and stuff like that. So just a lot of Asian vegetables, and it's a lot. I'm not gonna eat it all. It's just a lot of food. Honestly, I'm so thankful that Baz and I bought our house when we actually bought our house. So if you guys don't know, we had like an 8-month wait in exchange to completion time, and that is quite a long time, especially for a new build. Even just within that time, so the amount of time just waiting for completion, by the day that we actually moved in, our house price actually gone up, and also interest rates had actually gone up. Just all the prices are increasing for everything, and it's actually insane. Like Baz and I have this like shared Google Sheets document, and it's essentially is where we like manage our finances and stuff like that. So we put how much everything's been costing and just essentially just our finances that are shared. It's actually crazy, the price of just everything, or the prices just increase. Like energy bills have increased by 54%, up to like, why? Please, why? Honestly, like we've only been paying just the increased amount, really, because we've only just switched now, and the prices are actually crazy. I'm looking at like everything that we're paying for. So things like energy have gone up, our internet. So we've only paid 1 month, and then after that 1 month we got a letter saying that our internet prices, the price for our broadband is increasing. So we've got broadband prices increasing,
Petrol prices are like, what's going on with that? Because that's expensive now. Well, it's always been expensive, but now it's like ridiculous. I'm like, everything is just a lot of money. Oh yeah, and then also council tax increasing as well. Like, why is this happening? I just want to chill. Like, literally, we just got a house and we're like, oh, we didn't realize it would cost this much. But to be fair, we're saying it at a standpoint of where we actually bought a house. I mean, we're lucky that we actually bought a house the time that we bought our house, because just to think about it now, even just house prices increase. So even if like you were looking at a house before the pandemic and let's say you waited out the pandemic, now house prices are 20% more than they were before the pandemic, which is actually mad because me and Baz talk about this all the time, that we're like actually so grateful we actually have a house, because we're just thinking back like, what would we do in this situation if we didn't have a house and we're just renting? You're just living like pretty much paycheck to paycheck, because rent prices increases and then you've got all those other payments on top. And then how are you even meant to save up for an actual house? It's actually, they've made it so impossible nowadays to actually own a house, and it's actually ridiculous. It's actually so crazy. And I can't believe that even just our utilities alone is £190. Well, that's not even including the utility switch, the water bill, all the other bills and all that stuff that we've got to pay for. That's just utility alone per month. So that's just electricity and electricity and gas. Someone help us. But honestly, like, Baz and I can see that we are like living in a luxury situation. Not as luxury as others, but the fact that we have a house, the fact that we are actually working from home, because going back to the days that we used to commute, I literally don't understand how we did that. And like, there's just the price that you pay to commute to your office and just things like that was actually ridiculous. And I only have been into my work only a couple of times since being in this house, and it's just like, to me, I never want to go, because I see like how much I have to pay for train, like transport, and then like food and all of that kind of stuff. And it's actually like, I just don't know how people do it nowadays. Like, really and truly, Baz and I only live in this kind of lifestyle because the fact that we moved back home and we worked from home full time, 24/7, not 24/7, we didn't work 24/7, but like we were literally, throughout the time that we were working from home, we never had to go into the office. Well, I did like maybe a couple of times, but we never had to actually go and commute to an office. We were working from home. We managed to save that much money because we didn't pay for rent, we didn't pay for food, we didn't pay for all these bills, council tax and all this kind of stuff, internet, things like that. So we actually managed to save for over a year. And honestly, if I didn't have those savings,